Let's face it, no one ever left home to become one with the crowd. No one ever hit the road without a drive and without a need to succeed. No one, never. Because the whole idea to start on your own is to find your passion, to discover something novel, moving, inspiring, to discover something new and extraordinary in yourself, the idea and the business you choose to do. Consider a new role. Find an entrepreneur in you. Take risks. Crave for the new. Build new relationships. Find new energy to break all barriers. Become one with your idea, your passion and belief. Well, since 1999, we have partnered and nurtured more business relationships than any other company. Helping entrepreneurs explore new businesses is not just what we believe in, it has always been who we are. Since Gaurav packed his bags and left off in search of the extraordinary, we have opened and put more businesses on a growth path than anybody else. And the best thing about growth is that it never stops knocking on the doors of successful people. Successful people who are always looking for the right opportunity. We all get a moment with that opportunity. And right now, somewhere around you, right here, there is an opportunity waiting just for you. An opportunity that could lead you on your path for the rest of your life. As franchise Indians every day, everything we do is creating an opportunity for you. Because your growth is our business.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar series called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Today's brand is Deli Chic. But before I talk about the brand and we look into the further business opportunity, I would like to inform you that all the viewers will have an opportunity to ask their queries about the brand and the business opportunity. I would request you to please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive, and we will take up all your queries post-presentation. Today, I'm joined with Ayush, the co-founder of Deli Chic, and we also have Gaurav Arora, Vice President, Franchise India. But before I ask Ayush to share the presentation and the business opportunity, I would request Gaurav Arora to come forward and set the context of this webinar.
Hi, thank you so much, Bharat, for setting up the context and bringing the brand and the viewers together amid this business opportunity over chai as a webinar series. So, my friends, thank you so much for joining in, and let me tell you that this webinar series of Bharat Franchisee over chai, we started this webinar series during the COVID days when all of us we were trapped in the home and we were not able to go out. And we started with as a digital campaign and digital exercise for you to view that what's happening, even if we are remotely working from home, but what is happening on the franchise format, what is happening, how the industry is evolving, how businesses are coping up with the tough times that we all have seen. And today, in last 4 years, we have actually scaled up, and today we have actually made this as a flagship series, webinar series, committed to basically giving you an opportunity every day, still not going anywhere, and basically discovering about a new brand every day. So we are hosting basically 30 odd days this program called Business Opportunity Over Chai, where you are viewing and learning about a new brand every day. Now, just to give you the context of what Franchise India does. So we are basically a channel partner. We are a marketplace where you are basically coming and asking about the new opportunity that is basically coming to your mind, or maybe the aspiration that you come up with. Because it is not about the business that you buy. It is not about the brand that you get associated with. It is about basically the opportunity that you get associated with. It is about the future prospects that you build with any business. And it is about the people whom you are going to be working with. It is about the market that you are going to be serving in. It is about the gap that you are filling with this new business that you're joining hands with. So it's very, very crucial. It's very, very cautious that you choose the business which is not just coming in your mind as an aspiration, or you are going by just a sheer mindset that somebody in your family or friends have done it and they've become successful, and hence you also want to do that business. My friends, choosing the right business is a very, very important aspect. And you should choose the business not just by figuring out that what is coming to your mind and what is being happening in the market, but also looking at majorly four different aspects, that how well you are going to be filling the gap in the market. So the market that you want to do a business, the market you choose to do a business, should have a need of that business, should have a need of that product, should have a need of that service that you're coming up with. Because it's very, very important that you are going into a market which is already maybe flooded with the product or the services that you're going with. But when you choose a business, you have to see that what kind of demand and supply gap is there, so that when you go there as a new entrant, you get that kind of a pie out of that total market share that is there. So very, very important. And then what kind of licenses do we need? What kind of space that do we need to set up that business, right? And do we have that kind of a supplies in that market, from a perspective of the raw material that we need for that business to grow? Market for our business. So there are a lot of such, I would say, aspects uh, are required to be seen from a market perspective. Then operationally, right? So the first is what market are you doing the business? Then operationally, how well you're fitting into that business, what kind of local capability you can build in that business, because brand is already there in the market. They're already doing a good business. They're already working in the market. Am I audible? Ayush, am I audible?
Yes, 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 you're audible.
So what kind of talent do we have in that market, and what kind of resources, easily availability, do we have that market, in that market, in that product or a service domain, in that category? And then what kind of local capability can I build? Because brand is already there in the market. They've been doing the business. That is why today they are there in the market, because they've created that sellability opportunity for them. They have been able to sustain in the market. But now it's the time that you as a franchise partner has to sustain. So brand is going to give their local capability, but you also have to collaborate with them. Then it becomes a marriage. It becomes an association between two different people who are coming from a different background, but they're thinking alike, right? So it's very important that how well operationally you're fitting into that business. Then the kind of strategy that you need to be there in that business, what kind of time that you can invest in that business. Are you available for that time? Are you available for that category? Do you come with that background or with that enthusiasm that you can sustain in that business? Because strategically, if you're going wrong, then all these aspects of market and operations are going wrong. So it's very, very important that how well you're connected with that category, how well researched you are about that category, how well learned about you are about that category, and how well you can take it to the next level. What's your own plan, and is it aligned with the vision and mission of the brand? Because it's a marriage between two people. So if you two are not thinking alike, if you're not acting alike, if you're not learned alike, and if you're not enthusiastically going with the same trend, then business may go wrong. So it's very, very important. And then the time, how soon you can start that business, right? And what you aim, right, with that business for next 3 years and 5 years. What do you have in your family? What do you have in your own life? Do you have to basically do something in the next 3 to 5 years with the money that you're going to be earning? So you need to set that target for you with that business, that while you're setting up that business, you have to be doing that with the aim in the mind, with a vision in the mind, and aligned with the brand team. And then comes the financial fitment. Are you ready with that kind of an investment to do that business? If not, then never ever go overboard. Never ever. कभी भी 50 लाख के बिजनेस को करने के लिए 30 लाख और 20 लाख के स्प्लिट मत करो कि 30 लाख आप अपना पैसा लगा रहे हो, 20 लाख आप लोन पे ले रहे हो. Never ever do that. You should always look at doing a business with only 60 to 70% of the total appetite that you have in your reserve or your hard-earned income. Because you need some bit of a contingency fund when you're starting a new business. You need some working capital for maybe 3 to 6 months if business don't go well. But yes, While we are choosing all these aspects, we are doing all the permutation, combination, and risk assessments, but still there can be no uncertainty, and hence you should always be prepared with some kind of a buffer in your hand, so that even if the business goes wrong, you have at least this fund to nurture that business and take it to the next level before it start giving you results. So financial fitment, strategy fitment, operational fitment, market fitment are very, very important aspects while you're choosing the right business, you're choosing the right brand, you're choosing the right category. And to do so, Franchise India has got a team in 97 cities today. And my friends, I request that you please leave your location, please leave your number using the chat box as mentioned by Bharat, so that my local team can connect with you. We can connect your direct meeting with the brand for the day, which is Deli Chic, which is the largest, second largest meat and the frozen product seller on every quick commerce today. And every metro market or a semi-urban market or an urban market is a potential go-to market for us. So while you have taken a time today to come for this session, I request make it as interactive as possible. Lend your eyes and ears to us so that you are attentive, and whatever information we are going to give to you today is going to be somewhere knowledgeable and oriented towards you to understand how well you are fitting into this business with all these 4 parameters. So while you leave your contact details with us, with your location of interest, our teams in that local market are going to come back to you to align your meeting with Ayush and his team, and you will learn more on the unclear points that are left today. And we can take this discussion and this journey of you being an entrepreneur with Deli Chic in a very, very successful way, in a very, very easy way for you. So thank you so much once again. Stay tuned and wishing you good luck. Ayush, I request you to please take up the podium now and start presenting about the opportunity that comes with Deli Chic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the introduction, Gaurav. Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today and giving us your time on a Saturday afternoon. I'm really excited to talk about the opportunity that we have today. Deli Chic is the name of the brand. I'll quickly share my screen as well to give you a view of the deck that we've prepared for you. So the name of our brand is Deli Chic, and this was started in 2016. We got into the meat business. It was founded by my father. And at the time, we were only sole distributors of a different brand. So we had taken up distributorship in the NCR region of a brand called Al Farms. And we did that for 2 years before we gained enough expertise in the market about the business, learned about the business, and we started our own brand, Deli Chic, in 2018. And it has been a good journey since then. And we've taken a lot of effort to build the infrastructure, to build a brand identity, to build loyal customers. And we bring you this opportunity so that you don't have to start from ground zero like we did. We're bringing a ready business for you that is being consumed by customers in the Delhi NCR region and some of the other cities, such as the Tri-City area of Panchkula, Mohali, Chandigarh, and in Patiala, Lucknow, Dehradun, and now Indore. So to give you a quick overview about myself as well, my name is Ayushman, and my father started this business. By educational qualification, I'm an engineer from Vellore Institute of Technology in Tamil Nadu, and I have recently completed my MBA from York University in Toronto, and I've joined my father's business to try and expand this and seek your help in partnering up with us in taking it to the next step. To give you a brief idea about the operations of the business, approximately 98% of our sales currently come through platforms such as Blinkit, Swiggy, Instamart, Big Basket, Zepto, and Amazon. So these are the logos that you're able to see at the bottom of the screen on this slide deck. And these are our major customers. So what happens is Deli Chic procures product from government-approved slaughterhouses and farms around the country. So we are not a slaughterhouse. We do not manufacture anything. Instead, we procure our products from government-approved slaughterhouses and farms from around the country, and we bring that to our repackaging facility in Gurgaon. So when we receive this product, it is in big bags, bulk packaging of 5 kgs or 7 kg bags. And our team in Gurgaon in the repackaging facility essentially repackages these products into 500-gram packs, which are ready for the customer to purchase. So as of now, currently, our operations include sending all of these 500-gram packages to the warehouses of these e-commerce players, which I mentioned earlier, and the ones that you can see on the bottom of the screen. So we send our product to the warehouses of these players, of these key Q-commerce players. And from that point forward, when customers like ourselves or even you place an order on Blinkit or Swiggy Instamart, so the company picks it up from their own warehouse and delivers it to the house of the customer. So that's essentially our operation and how we like to operate. The opportunity today is for opening up. Actually, let me talk briefly about the product offerings. So our product offerings are broadly divided into two categories. First is the raw chicken, raw mutton, raw fish, and so on and so forth. So we are a meat repackaging facility, and our products are either raw or ready to eat. So in raw products, you have chicken curry cut, chicken breast, chicken thighs, chicken drumsticks. You have raw mutton curry cut, boneless mutton, and in seafood, you have fish, prawns, and so on and so forth. So these are the raw categories. And in heat and eat, ready to eat categories, we have products such as chicken sea kebab, chicken chapli kebab. We have sausages, salamis, some of those famous items that you see at breakfast buffet in hotels when you go to stay there. So those are the two broad-based categories that we have. And the shelf life for the raw products is approximately 3 days. And the shelf life for the ready-to-eat products is approximately 1 year because those are in the frozen format. I'll quickly move on to the next slide. So this talks about the consumer segments, which is where we are currently selling. We have very few tie-ups with corporates and hotel institutions because of the delay in payment cycle that we witness from them. Our payments do not get released up to 6 or 8 months. So as a result, we have shifted and pivoted from that model. And as of today, 98% of our sales come from the second consumer segment, as you can see on the slide, which is online aggregators. To name them again, Swiggy, Instamart, Zepto, and Blinkit, which are household names today. And the apps of all of these platforms are available on the mobile phones of each of the people living in metropolitan cities, with penetration happening in tier 2 cities as well now. The opportunity today is to activate the third consumer segment, which is B2C. And the investment opportunity that we bring to you is to open up a retail outlet for a Deli Chic store. Just to talk a little bit about the meat market in India. So the meat market in India is currently at 14.4 billion US dollars, and it is expected to reach $16 billion by the year 2029. And there is a healthy growth rate that is expected of 2.23% per annum. So this is the expected rate at which the industry will grow over the course of the next 5 years. Historically speaking, we have seen precedents from the years 2017 to 2022. And in these 5 years, the meat market in India has grown 20% approximately, which is 19.7% to be precise. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is, what are the key drivers? What is the reason for such a robust growth that meat market has seen in the past and is expected to grow? Few of the reasons are that Indian economy, while the rest of the world is in fear of recession, including the North American countries of Canada and the US as they go into their presidential elections later this year, India has been largely insulated by the economic troubles that some of the countries in the West have faced. With a projected growth rate of 6.5% to 7% growth in our GDP, this has resulted in a direct increase in wages and incomes of the households, which means that we have an expanding middle class in the country today, which has aspirations to live a better lifestyle, consume more hygienic products. They expect quality, and this is where Deli Chic comes in, because we are changing the way meat is consumed in India. if you look historically, around every residential catchment, there's going to be a local meat shop where you're going to have a butcher with a knife sitting in not very hygienic conditions, where they will be chopping the meat in front of you and packing it up in a black polythene bag for you to take it back home. But that's what we're trying to change, trying to give the population of India, which wants to live an aspirational lifestyle and expects quality and hygienic products, a new format of a meat store where you walk in and it's clean, hygienic, well lit, and follows all protocols to deliver a safe quality product. So, to give you an example, the packaging in which Deli Chick products are handed to the customer are vacuum packed. So, when we block air from entering the packet, it reduces any probability of bacteria growing on the surface of the meat, as a result of which the product remains fresher for a longer duration of time. Another interesting statistic that we found while conducting research for our business is that approximately 70% of the population in India is non-vegetarian eating products. So, there's a huge market size that's available to cater to. And the market right now, as you can see, is highly fragmented. There aren't that many players which have managed to consolidate the meat space. If you look at glasses or eyewear market, the name that comes instantly to mind is Lenskart, because Lenskart has been able to consolidate the market. There is an immediate recall of a brand which has grown so big and done a very good job in consolidating the market and becoming the dominant player. Right now, the way people consume and purchase meat, a lot of that depends on the neighborhood shops that are available around residential catchments and around neighborhoods where people live. So there is a good opportunity for a brand to take a center stage, make a name for itself, and really change the way meat is purchased and consumed in our country. Like I've already covered, the healthy projected growth rate is approximately 3% per annum till the year 2029. Moving on, why Deli Chick? So there is a rising demand for meat products. We have been listed with Q-commerce players such as Blinkit, Swiggy Instamart, Zepto, and Big Basket for the last 3 years. We have approximately 25 unique products present on each of these platforms for customers to select from. From a healthy range of raw products such as chicken curry cut, chicken breast, chicken thighs, to a very good selection of heat and eat snacks such as chicken sausages, chicken salamis, chicken seekh kebabs, and chicken chapli kebabs. As of today, if I talk about our sales, we ship approximately 2 tons of product to Blinkit on a daily basis. And we had started our operations in the region of Punjab approximately 6 months ago, where we were witnessing a sale of approximately 2 lakh rupees per month. And I am very delighted to report that that number has grown significantly and very healthy, such that within 6 to 7 months of our operations, our sales have become 10x, and we are currently witnessing a number of approximately 20 lakh rupees of sale in the region of Punjab. Some of the other cities where we are currently operational are Lucknow, Indore, Dehradun, and of course, Delhi NCR is our home turf, where we have a repackaging facility and we're servicing the entire Delhi NCR region. So some of the reasons why you would like to partner with us is because we've got a scalable model. We have witnessed significant growth within Delhi NCR, which is where we started operations, and we've begun growing to other cities in the North region area where sales have only seen an upward trajectory and an upward scale. We've got expertise in cold storage management. So with a product which is very sensitive to temperature and can go bad very quickly if not handled properly, there is a risk of bacteria growth and smell coming into the product if cold refrigerated conditions are not maintained during logistics. So Deli Chick for the past 8 years has learned how to master quality. Right from the point where the product leaves the government approved slaughterhouse, comes into a repackaging facility where repackaging happens and then moves out of our warehouse towards the warehouse of the Q-commerce players, all throughout this value chain and the product life cycle, the temperature is maintained because we utilize reefer vans which have air conditioning inside of them. And at our own repackaging facility, we've got 3 cold rooms available which take the temperature of the product down to minus 35 degrees if needed. And we've also got a blast freezer, and the entire facility is constructed with a special kind of a wall which is called puff panel wall, which maintains the temperature within the facility. So when you decide or think about partnering with us, even though this product is so sensitive to temperature, you will be partnering up with a company and a brand which has developed expertise through experimentation and trial and error over the course of the past 8 years and mastered the cold logistical chains. So we're talking about the expansion strategy today. As I mentioned earlier, you can see from this diagram. So farms are where we procure a product from, which is then sent over to a repackaging and storage facility. And from there, we send it out to the warehouses of the other Q-commerce players. So quickly moving on to the next slide and talking about where you come in today. What do you have in store for you today? What can you expect? What kind of investments? What are the 2 distinct opportunities that I am presenting to you today? So the number 1 opportunity is obviously a retail store. A walk-in offline retail store that you will open up in a market or in a neighborhood market around a residential catchment. So this shop will be approximately 300 square feet. The initial investment that we're looking at will be approximately 8 to 10 lakh rupees. There will be a franchise fee of 2 lakh rupees above and beyond that. And the initial inventory that you'll have to put inside your store will be between 3 to 5 lakh rupees. So all in all, the total investment that we're looking at is about 12 lakh rupees. And on top of that, there will be an inventory of 3 lakh rupees. So approximately 15 to 16 lakh rupees of investment is what we're looking at for a retail store. If we speak about the margins, so there will be a 30% gross margin that you can expect. And based on the financial model that we've designed, your return on investment is expected within 12 months. So for a retail store, we've taken the assumption that you will be able to cater to approximately 40 orders per day through walk-ins or through the digital marketing campaigns that we run on Instagram in the neighborhood where your store is available. So with 40 orders per day with an average order value of approximately 350 rupees per order, we expect that you will be able to make your money back within the first 12 months. So the ROI that is averaged out for 5 years, which is the length of the contract period, the 5-year period will be greater than 100% ROI. For those interested in diving deeper into these numbers, please feel free to reach out to the Franchise India team. They will put you in touch with us and we will be happy to share the financial model for you so that you can have a deeper dive and look into each of these numbers and how we've arrived at this. If I speak about the second opportunity, which is the repackaging unit. So the business model that I described that Deli Chic has in Delhi NCR, where we have a repackaging unit and we send out product to the warehouses of the Q-commerce players such as Blinkit, Swiggy Instamart, Zepto, Flipkart, and Amazon. That same model can be replicated by you by investing not in a retail store, but in a repackaging facility where your team will be repackaging product and catering directly to the Q-commerce players. So some of the cities in which we are looking to partner up with, investors for a repackaging facility are Dehradun, Lucknow, and Indore as priority cities, but we are open to other tier 2 and metropolitan cities as well. If I talk about the area requirement here, it will be slightly larger than the retail store at about 1,000 to 1,500 square feet. And the initial investment will be approximately 15 to 20 lakh rupees. The reason why the investment is slightly higher in this case is because when you are establishing a repackaging facility, you will have to invest in the cold storage of the product. So the cold room that you will purchase here in order to store your inventory will itself be approximately 10 lakh rupees. The franchise fees in this case is 3 lakh rupees, and the initial inventory that you will put will be about 8 to 10 lakh rupees. The net margin that we expect that the franchisee can make by investing in a repackaging facility is approximately 8 to 10%. By running the numbers on the financial model, we expect that the return on investment will be earned back by you in a period of about 22 to 23 months, or approximately 2 years. The average return on investment for a 5-year period is still greater than 100% in this case. So if I talk about the broad distinction between these two categories, is that in a retail store, your primary customer will be a walk-in customer or people living in and around the neighborhood of where you decide to open up that shop, or people who come to those markets to purchase items. They will enter your shop and pick up the items from your store. Whereas for a repackaging unit, you become a direct supplier for the Q-commerce players such as Blinkit, Swiggy Instamart, and Zepto. So here is an opportunity for you to get invested in the rapidly growing e-commerce industry of our country. We are very well aware of the number of ads that we receive, the number of articles that are published about the explosive growth of these platforms. So if you want to participate in this success story of India's Q-commerce players, then repackaging facility is what you should be looking at. So these are the two broad-based distinctions between the two opportunities that we bring to you today. So the ideal partner profile, in this case, we do not require any prior, knowledge about the meat industry or any such thing. We are just wanting a partner who's willing to be very hands-on and is ready to learn. So we will be providing training and learning which is relevant for you to run your store or your repackaging facility, even if you do not have prior experience in the meat market industry or working with an e-commerce profile or in a consumer packaged goods industry. Worry not, we will provide you with the necessary training and we will set you up for success. The only thing is that we become customer focused as we have in the history, such that we give them a quality product, hygienic product every single time. So with the focus on customer and the amount of relevant training that will be giving to you and your team, you will be a partner that will be perfect for us. So the rollout plan, like I mentioned, for the repackaging facility, the cities of focus for us, I repeat, are Dehradun, Lucknow, and Indore. But we are open to other tier 2 cities and metropolitan cities as well. We are expecting to open up 10 to 12 stores within Delhi NCR region as well, with a high interest in other northern regions and cities such as Patiala, Dehradun, Indore, Lucknow, Panchkula, Mohali, and Chandigarh. So these are some of the cities in which we are speaking with existing investors who have shown interest in opening up a retail store. So if you're interested in any of these North Indian regions, or even in South India, such as Coimbatore or Hyderabad, we are more than happy to have a dialogue and see how we can take it forward. So what will be the obligations of the franchisee? We will expect that the products that you put into your stores will only be Deli Chic products. The design of the store will be as per the brand guidelines that we will share with you. There will be certain legal compliances such as securing the FSSAI license and securing the GST number. So securing the licenses is somewhere we will assist you with. We will also be assisting you with the brand, with the store design and the guidelines of how the look and feel of the store should be. And we will be providing you with other brand IPs, intellectual property rights and trademarks, such that no other brand can copy it. I think one other thing that I would like to point out here, which is an important aspect from an investor standpoint, is, say, for example, if you decide to open up a retail outlet in Indore, then we will make sure that within a 5 to 8 kilometer radius, or perhaps a 10 kilometer radius, we do not give out the franchisee to any other investor. We don't want two of our investors to cannibalize the sales of each other, to eat into the sales of each other, or cut business for each other. So we will give you a territory which will be protected by a 5 to 10 kilometer radius, and only your store will be present in that. So if I talk about the brand support, we will help you with the brands, like I already mentioned, the brand design. We will help you with marketing. We will help you with training your employees. In this business, the amount of training that is required is not very extensive. I repeat, investors, the amount of training is not very extensive, because when you open up a retail franchise outlet, what is going to happen is that we are going to send you the final product in a 500-gram packet, which your team on ground has to simply store it in the refrigerator or the freezer. These will be vertical refrigerators and vertical freezers with a glass panel, such that when a customer enters the store, they are readily able to see the products that are out on display. So once we ship you the product in a final format of a 500-gram packet, which is ready for the customer to buy, your team at the store simply has to store these things in the refrigerator and the freezer. And when the customer walks in, he simply picks out the packet of his or her choice, brings it to the billing counter, makes the payment, and exits the store. There is no butcher sitting there to freshly chop the chicken or cut the chicken or butcher the chicken or pack it. And there is no headache of packaging either. Everything is predetermined, everything is planned by us well in advance, and this will ensure that the store remains clean. If you visit some of the meat stores, there is always a very continuous and perpetual smell of chicken that hovers around the air of the store, which makes the experience of the customer somewhat not very attractive. That will not be a problem for us, because our products are chilled and frozen, and they are already in these packets which are present in the store or refrigerator. A customer has to simply pick out the packet of his or her choice, get the billing done, and exit the store. Reasons to partner with Deli Chic. We've been in the business for the past 8 years. We are selling approximately 2 to 3 tons of product every single day. The market size is huge in India, with a 70% population eating non-vegetarian products. The per capita chicken consumption, the amount of chicken that one person consumes on average, will increase from 3.2 kgs to 9.1 kgs by the year 2030. And there is a lack of consolidation, investors, like I mentioned earlier. The market is begging for some brand to take center stage, consolidate this market, and really become the leader in the space. So we have worked tirelessly over the course of the last 8 years to create a brand identity for ourselves, to create a brand loyalty for ourselves. It is interesting to point out here that when Lenskart and Nykaa began their operations, they too began their sales from an online perspective. They both mastered the online sales channel. And recently, if you notice, Lenskart and Nykaa have both entered the retail store format. So what has happened is, once there is brand recognition and high brand recall value in the mind of the customer by virtue of online sales, and when this same customer goes to the neighborhood market or goes to the mall, or the residential catchment where your store is open, there is a very high brand recall value. Oh my God, yeah, Deli Chic is available on Blinkit also, and I've seen them available on these platforms, and now they suddenly have the store also open. So that invites and entices the customer to enter your store and explore the retail physical outlet. These are some of the reasons why you should consider partnering with us. I would very quickly just like to show you one more thing from my end. We have requested some designers to work with us and create mock-ups of how we expect the store to look like. I would just like to quickly share my screen and give you a visual of what we expect our retail outlet stores to look like. I hope my screen is visible to you at this point in time. what you're looking at is a contemporary style of fit out and design philosophy. We're not using very loud colors. These are the colors that are already existing for our brand. Muted colors with white tiles and well-lit areas. It gives a more premium look and feel. The design of the store is such that no matter which market we open up in, the brightness of the store will be inviting itself. The whole aura of the store will be inviting itself, that people do walk through the door with a sense of curiosity, with a sense of intrigue, and they're like, okay, what is this store about? And when they enter, they'll see a wide variety of snacks that will be housed in the refrigerators and the freezers. And from that point forward, it's a very straightforward customer journey. Just pick up the packet from the refrigerator, get it built, and exit. No hassle, clean and hygienic, vacuum packed, great atmosphere, no smell lingering inside the store. So that was a view of the store that we expect to look like as a finished design. I've been speaking a lot about the refrigerators and the freezers that will be available within the store outlet. Just bringing up an image of the same such that you have a visual representation in your mind about how the refrigerators will look like. So this is again a mock-up that we received from our designer. The refrigerators and the freezers will be encased inside the wall. So there's no ugly looking equipment that is present in the store. It's all behind, it's encased within a tile wall. And this is the design that we're looking at, a very different style of philosophy of design, something new, which the market has not seen, at least in a meat category. So this is what we expect our refrigerators to look like. And the final image that I would like to show you is of the shelf. So in addition to the raw products and ready-to-eat products, we will also keep certain ancillary products and complementary goods within the store that are expected to increase the sales more. So some of the complementary goods that I can think about that will allow sales to increase more are products such as eggs. So we expect to keep egg trays as well. We expect to keep certain sauces, certain marinations, because if you really think about it, if a customer is coming into the store to purchase raw meat, and if he or she sees that there is a product called Peshawari chicken marinade that is available on a shelf, all that the customer has to do is go home, take the chicken and put it in this bowl and add this marinade masala on top, allow it to marinate for 60 minutes, and it's ready to cook. So this is the shelf design that we're expected to have within our store. I'll stop sharing my screen. So I repeat, if you are interested in partnering with us for the repackaging facility, the cities that we have in mind for priority are Dehradun, Lucknow, and Indore. If you are looking at the retail store outlet, we are considering all metropolitan cities and tier 2 cities in North India and South India at this point. We are not butchers. We are not a slaughterhouse. We do not manufacture anything. Just to summarize, we procure the product from government-approved slaughterhouses. This is antibiotic-free chicken, and we repackage that into a customer-ready, purchasable 500-gram packet, which the customer can purchase from your retail outlet store. We've been in business for 8 years, and we're looking forward to partnering and growing this brand even further with you. That's it from my side. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat box below. I will be more than happy to answer your questions.
Well,
Thanks so much. Yeah, please go ahead.
Ayush, for this detailed presentation. I'm sure the audience who has viewed and listened to you is overwhelmed after hearing such a detailed presentation and such a mastery that you have actually gained in this meat and the frozen business. And I'm sure Mr. Wadhwa, who's your father, who's the main founder of the brand, he's also done a lot of hard work to give you this kind of a ready platform, which now we are able to take it to the next level. So I'm happy to share basically the journey and congratulate you on behalf of franchising and the audience that you have created this opportunity. So my friends, I request you to please leave your contact details with your location of interest so that we can reach you directly. Our teams are going to align your calls. I'm sure the presentation was such that probably you're not left with much of the questions, because we have talked about the journey of the brand, the products and the category, the life of the product, the journey of the product from a customer point of view, the opportunities that lies from a packaging unit point of view and a retail point of view, the kind of setup that we need, the kind of investment we need, the kind of ROIs that we are expecting. So as such, what you need from a strategy, finance, legal, operations, right, market, and then the audience and the price category and the product category. So everything is more or less explained. Nonetheless, we are again open for the questions. So should you have any questions, you can leave in the chat box, or you can reach out to my team out there in the local vicinity of the city where are you based. So Ayush, before we before we end this discussion, I would want you to please give us a little understanding. What is a typical sales cycle, sales numbers that you foresee in a retail center, and in the repackaging respectively? And I also want to understand the breakup of it from a online perspective vis-a-vis the offline sales.
Sure, Gaurav. So if I speak about the retail store outlet first, we have given a projection that the payback period for the investment will be 12 months. So the assumption and the expectation is that from the first year itself, we can expect we can expect 40 orders per day on average. And the average order value for each of these 40 orders is expected to be between 350 rupees to 450 rupees per order. So what I'm saying is 40 orders per day at a value of approximately 400 rupees per order. We expect that for the first year. And with that in mind, we expect the payback period and the return on investment to come out in 12 months. And for year two, we are expecting a 10 to 15% growth in these numbers. So where we are saying you will have 40 orders per day in year one, we expect this number to be between 45 to 48 orders per day in year two, and so on and so forth. So cumulatively across a period of 5 years, we are expecting the average return on investment to be greater than 100%. Whereas if I talk about the repackaging facility, which is currently an opportunity in Dehradun, Lucknow, and Indore as priority cities, taking the case example of Punjab, we started out catering orders to Blinkit and Swiggy Instamart in Punjab 6 months ago, and we were receiving an order of about 2 lakh rupees per month from both these players. So it started out small, it started out steady, and within a period of 6 to 7 months, they have started catering to neighborhood cities. So we opened our repackaging facility in Mohali, and Blinkit and Instamart began delivering only in the Tri-City area of Panchkula, Chandigarh, and Mohali first. And from 2 lakh rupees of sale, we have gone to 20 lakh rupees of sale per month, because they have started catering to the neighborhood cities also, such as Ludhiana and Patiala. So if I talk about Dehradun and I apply a similar model, I would say we started out with a sale of approximately 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees per month in Dehradun. And as of today, we've reached a sale of about 6.5 lakh rupees per month within a period of 8 months. And we are hearing that Blinkit is expanding to the neighborhood city of Roorkee. So whoever is interested in setting up a repackaging facility in Dehradun will not only be selling products to Blinkit and Swiggy Instamart and Zepto in Dehradun, but they will also be catering to the requirements of the neighborhood cities where these platforms expand to, such as Roorkee. So your sales will grow even further. And the number that we've projected is in the next 1 year, we are expecting Dehradun to reach a number of about 13 to 14 lakh rupees per month from the current number of 6.5 lakh rupees. So if you look at a 12-month period or an 18-month period rather, Dehradun as a city will then go from 2 lakh rupees 18-month period to an expected of 14 lakh rupees. Indore is also doing very well. Indore is a city that we have started just 2 to 3 weeks ago.
And this is only organic. We are talking about the online quick commerce platform that we are using. We are not talking about tie up with the Horeca. We're talking about the B2B sales. We're not talking about the retail sales that we can do even from the dark store. So we are talking about only and only one platform, which is a quick commerce, which is giving us this kind of a sales number. So my friend, if you see, that is why I deliberately asked this question, that what is the breakup of their current system and how do they see the growth happening in this category with brand Deli Chic. So friends, it's a ready platform that you're getting. You're not creating anything new for you. You just have to set up the dark store or a retail, and you can start delivering using these platforms because the company already has a tie-up and they are already a very trusted partner for these quick commerce companies to deliver meat and other related frozen products. So if you tie up with them, obviously the one quick business that you get, the ready business that you get from the company is about 2 lakh rupees in the first month, can scale up to 20 odd lakh rupees by the end of 18 months. However, you can create an equal capacity for you if you go tie up with the Horeca. So hotels, restaurants, catering companies, bars, clubs, right? You have tremendous opportunity if you tie up this side of the business with your local capability, with you being into business and build your operational capability here. And on one side, you have operational capability and the ready business from the company. So if you club two, this business can scale up to about 40, 50 odd lakh rupees a month. And as you rightly seen in the window of the ROI, we're talking about 8 to 10% of gross margin, net margin, right? After all the expenses done. So, and that too, we are talking about 20 odd lakh rupees where only quick commerce, because they already have their own pie also that they take with every order. However, in this Horeca, you may not be shelling out that incentive that is to be paid to the quick commerce company. So you perhaps have additional 10% delta that you can club in your net margins, right? So considering this 8-10% leading to about 15 odd percent gross margin in the business of 50 lakh rupees a month, you can easily make about 15 odd lakh rupees a month as your income. So investing 20 lakh rupees, 30 lakh rupees, 25 lakh rupees in a business to set up a dark store and creating a 15 lakh rupees monthly income for you is the kind of game that you are talking about, right? We are seeing this. And my friends, why this is happening is because we have not seen as such a very famous brand other than Licious, which has actually grown to this level. And today, with the all hard work that the brand has done, Mr. Wadhwa has done, this brand has been the most promising seller on every quick commerce, and they're able to build that niche for themselves. So Licious being on one side, which is today grown to crores of the company on the basis of the funding. On the other side, we have got Deli Chic, which is a bootstrap company and scaling up and still today making a hell of money in their own category, even after Licious is being there as a shark. So now we are seeing another shark in making. So provided you join hands in this early
I think
Okay, any internet issue?
I think we lost Gaurav for a second, but I'll complete his point. I think he brought up a very good point. So just to give you a statistic, investors, if you consider Blinkit in Delhi NCR region, of all the meat that is sold on the platform, about 65% of the meat is Deli Chic. So we own 2/3 of the meat share on Blinkit in the Delhi NCR region. And to finish off another one of Gauravji's point, say for example, if you open up a repackaging facility in Indore or in Dehradun or in Lucknow, you will be supplying to the quick commerce players as a result of the tie-up that we will enable for you. But I think that was a very good point where there is, this is something that we have not done currently. We have not really actively gone out and partnered up with restaurants or cafes or hotels. But if that is something that you wish to explore as an additional avenue of sales for yourself through that repackaging facility to augment your sales even more, that is something that we are very flexible to support you on.
No, absolutely. In fact, to be frank, the kind of support you are providing, right, is really amazing. I really found this business as a whole is one of the best business I have had gone through, in past few trainings. Apart from that, also, the investors will have the opportunity to sell their product on the different platforms as well. Right. So, you're not only just retailing it, but selling it on the different platforms. And also, as Gaurav said, that we can also explore opportunities in restaurants and hotels. Correct. So, if we all put together, it's really a very good beneficial kind of business that someone should go for. Yes, Gaurav.
Right. So I think we should, in the interest of the time, we've actually gone a little overboard today. We are almost an hour after the for the session today. So we have generally taken about 40-45 days. But yes, it was so engaging. I used to be with you in this session, and the kind of detailing that you have shown today, the figures that you have talked about, the opportunities, the avenues, and obviously the tools that you have talked about, that how your business can be a very futuristic opportunity for any investor, right, who is not yet ever explored about setting up a dark store. So this is the business for them. So my friends, today we are seeing the growth journey of Zeptos and Blinkits and the Bill Basket of the world. Now we have Deli Chic as the upcoming brand, which is bootstrap. But now probably we have your support in helping the brand to grow along with you, also being partnering with them and take it to the next level. I'm sure you will also become co-founders with them, because it's a father-son duo who has actually taken up the brand journey in last 8 years today, that they are ready for a franchise opportunity for you to create you as an entrepreneur in this business and help you create an income opportunity for you. So on that note, I thank you once again for everyone who has joined today in this lovely afternoon, for this session. And thank you once again, Ayush, from your brand side, to give us this detailing. And thank you, Bharat, for arranging this overall, for our audience.
Thanks so much.
Right? Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
We will arrange your meeting with the brand team one-on-one for more detailing, for maybe a site visit, to view your site and to basically understand and do the assessment at our level, how well it is fitting to our business, and probably we'll take this journey forward. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you, everyone.
So thanks so much. And that's it for the day. In case if anyone would like to have a one-on-one discussion with the brand, please call us. Our hotline number 9717683838. I also put this in the chat box. And you all, in case if you want to write to us, please write at feedback@franchiseindia.in. So that's it for today. We will again come up with a new brand and we'll explore another opportunity on Monday. Till then, take care and have a nice day ahead. Thanks so much, Ayush and Gaurav, for joining us.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.